Monterey's Cooking Pisto style is brought to you by the Monterey County Vintners and Growers Association.
Hi, welcome to Monterey's Cooking. I'm John Pisto. Today we're going to be talking about California shrimp, also known as bay shrimp and pink shrimp. And this is the stuff, folks. You see it in cocktails. If you go on to our Fisherman's Wharf, San Francisco, Monterey, even down south, they make beautiful cocktails out of this. This is probably one of the easiest of all the shellfish because it comes to you already cooked and peeled. And, you know, I think, I mean, who of us hasn't been on the wharf and had a nice shrimp cocktail or just eat them plain? I know if we put them on salads, we end up eating half of them before we even put it on the salad because they have this real natural sweet flavor to them. Just delicious. I'm going to cook something real quick with this today, and I'm going to make a spicy shrimp dish just to show you some versatility in the shrimp. And I've got a special guest here, and his name is Travis Evans. Travis, thank you. This is Travis, and he's got 3 fishing boats. And right now, you're up here to come up here to do the show with us. And you got the boats in Moss, or your son has the boats in Moss Landing, I understand. He's got 2 there, and he's got 1 down
Port San Luis.
And that's your boat. That's the one. Okay. Maybe you can tell us about the shrimp industry when I understand it was a bycatch when you were fishing for other fish.
That's right, John. When in the early 50s, we were looking for petrale sole and had been fishing in around Monterey Bay area.
Mm-hmm.
We took a trawler and went down off of the Morro Bay area between Point Bouchon and Point Sal.
Mm-hmm.
And out there in about 500-600 feet of water, we were finding some sole, but we started getting enough pink shrimp that, and there was not just I, but several other trawlers. I applied for a permit, and from the California Department of Fish and Game, they wouldn't allow us to use our regular trawl doors or otter boards.
Uh-huh.
We had to rig up a beam trawl, which could only be 20 foot wide.
Wow.
And a mesh size that would allow us to catch the small. And they average about 60 to 120 to the pound. And at that time we were getting, 60 to 80, and it was a new industry. And we couldn't find anybody to process them because on the West Coast there was no peelers yet, no automatic peelers. Later on, the Latrium family from down in the Gulf Coast came out with peelers, but at that time we had 125 women peeling little cocktail shrimp, little 60, 80 pound to a pound shrimp.
I hope you paid them a lot, because that had to be a heck of a job to peel these little buggers. I mean, look at that.
I'm sure the housewife would appreciate it.
Jeez.
But they turned out to be such a fine, beautiful delicacy.
Yeah, everybody loves shrimp.
And much in demand, and I'm glad to see the industry thriving.
It's doing well. And it's what's nice about this is that even people that don't like seafood will like this. They love the cocktail shrimp.
Great in salads.
Everybody loves this
Great
one.
in cocktails. Yeah. Easy digested, a good high protein, easy to prepare. I think they're just one of the best.
I do too. I agree with you. Okay, when we come back, I'm going to start cooking this fantastic spicy shrimp dish. Okay, folks, before I get started, our show today also sponsoring is the Monterey County Wine Growers and Vintners. And this is the vineyard called Scheid. And this is a new one on me. They have one special appellation that's coming from the San Lucas area. And then the rest are all Monterey County, as San Lucas is. But they're doing 2 kinds of Chardonnay, a Merlot and a Cab. I've tasted them. Very, very good. That's why I picked him to be with the spicy shrimp. And this is going to be hot, spicy. You like hot stuff?
Oh, yes.
All right. Okay, let's get going. Now, while I'm doing this, you have got such an interesting family history. Now, when you first met your wife, why don't you tell us about the story? Because he already told me, folks, and I want him to tell, because it was so interesting and how you got into the fish business. And go ahead. You got married when you were how old?
I was only 19.
And your wife was?
My wife was 16.
God bless you. Okay.
We just celebrated number 56.
Holy
And
smokes.
she says if I shape up, we'll make 57.
Now, how many people you have in your family? That's a good.
I didn't get your question.
Okay, how many kids do you have?
Oh, we have 8 children, 4 boys and 4 girls.
Uh-huh.
I used to say that we had 8 boys because they were like tomboys. They grew up on the fishing boat, went fishing when they were young, just like the boys did.
How nice.
We would fish from the Oregon border to Mexico, and then later on clear up to the Gulf of Alaska.
No kidding. This was all on the drag boat?
No,
Or
we
you do it different
fished
times?
tuna in the summer months, and then did dragging in the winter months.
Oh my God.
I also fished sardines a little during the heyday of the sardines here
Right.
in Monterey Bay.
You know a lot of the old timers here, huh?
I fished with several of them.
Who are the guys? Manchafani,
Mangiapani,
Yeah.
Pete Moriani,
Marorana, yeah, okay.
Cardinellis, quite a few of the different Italian families.
Neat.
I learned a little bit of the language, mostly the foul language.
Well, of course. That's the first
That's what you
one.
learn first, isn't it?
In any language.
Anyhow, we have
But how many?
now 27
Listen to this.
grandchildren,
27 grandchildren.
and number 21 of the great-grandchildren is on the way.
Jeez.
And I'm so pleased that some of the family is following in my footsteps and are fishing.
Wow.
Our son runs one of the boats here out of Monterey Bay. Our grandchildren have been involved working in the fish market. And
Now you have a fish market too, right?
yes, we have a little
Okay.
fish market.
And why did you start a fish market?
Well,
Listen to this, folks. This is what you call a true father.
we knew that when the children come out of college,
Uh-huh.
they're going to need to get oriented, need to know get their feet down, which direction they're going to go. They had to have a place to work. They begin to get interested in the opposite sex. They didn't want to go to sea, so got a little fish market. They knew enough
That
about
neat.
fish that they could make a success of it.
That's fantastic. That's a great thing to do for your children. Now, again, how many great-grandchildren do you have?
There'll be 21 in September.
Wow. So when you guys have a party, like, I mean, you have a party.
Lord help us, I don't get Christmas paid for until the 4th of July.
That's fantastic.
But we enjoy a great family, and we try to instill in them the idea of good, fresh, wholesome, nutritious food, not a lot of the junk foods that you see.
Now, Travis, you eat fish. He said
Every day.
every day.
Every day.
How do you
If
like
I
that?
can't get it fresh, we have our own home canned that will break out in an emergency.
Holy smokes.
Recently, my wife and I took a trip back to the East Coast. I took fish from my own boat in the freezer and in an ice chest. Finally, I ran out when I got as far as Stonington, Connecticut, and I went out fishing on a boat on the East Coast and replenished my larder, and that got me as far as Nova Scotia until I got to go out again.
That's great.
But I just don't, I like the way fish gives me the energy. It's easy to digest,
Yep.
it's healthy, it's quickly prepared,
Yep.
and if it's fresh, there's nothing better.
No, nothing better. You got that right. Now, I use Basque sausage. I would use any spicy sausage. Even Italian spicy sausage would be all right. But something that's got a lot of spice in it, different kinds of bell peppers, some onions, garlic, of course, olive oil. And what we're doing is making a foundation for this pasta with the shrimp. And then we're going to put in our secret ingredient, which is some spice we manufacture ourselves. And I'll make sure to give you some of this to take home, Travis.
That smells
I mean, with all those people in your family, man, you could start a distributorship for me.
That thing's got
Whoa,
Cookin
my
beans in
God.
it.
Okay, we're gonna give it some of this. And then we'll get this going. So, okay, let's just, that sensational season that we do. This is gonna be the sauce. That's looking good. So, now how often do you go fishing every day now, Travis?
I go regularly still, several times a week. We try to keep the market and the consumer with good, fresh, local fish year-round.
Now, the housewives, you gave me a great comment earlier about when the housewives go shopping for fish, that they should treat fish like they would ice cream.
Absolutely.
And buy that to last.
Right.
And don't let it sit in your car, especially down south in the hot weather, and let that baby cook in there, because you're going to have fish is going to start smelling.
It needs to be cared for from the time it's caught till the time it reaches the house.
You know, seafood safety has become a very, very, very big issue in the last few years now, where I know we're giving training to our cooks in my restaurants to make sure that, you know, if they're working on fish, filleting them, that fish cannot stay out more than 20 minutes and it's got to go right back in the cooler. But that's bringing a better product to the public, and, you know, makes the fish taste better. I mean,
And we've advocated that as fishermen, we want those fish into the ice as soon as we catch them.
right on.
It doesn't matter if we have to stop all operations, take care of the product we
Yep.
got caught, because who knows what else is gonna come. And we need
Wow.
to get that so that the housewife gets it in good condition.
Sure.
And then I'd like for the housewives to know that they need to do their share in taking care of it. As you say, don't put it in the trunk of the car and go down to the mall or something.
Sure.
Get it when you're on your way home, get it into the refrigerator shortly after you arrive.
I found that most people that don't like fish, that's because their mothers didn't know how to cook it, or didn't want to touch it, or it smelled, and so the kids grew up not liking fish. But, you know, with all the precautions now and availability, and it's become a very, very important product to us. And with everybody cooking fish now, I mean, there's so many varieties. I mean, this is those of you who don't like fish, try this. Try it by itself first. Just take a handful and eat it. I mean, that's the best.
But I like what you said about the cooking of it. You need to remember, the housewife needs to remember, that if you cook fish slowly, the enzymes in it are going to make that fish get stale, just as if it had been caught a week or two ago, even fresh fish. But if you cook it rapidly, like it's supposed to be, good hot fire quick, if it's on barbecue, down close to coals,
Yes.
then you get a good, fresh tasting product.
There's nothing better than nice, fresh, tasty fish, I'll tell you that.
Easy digested, good protein.
So let me get over here to my salt and pepper, and we're gonna black pepper this up.
Boy, that's
And
looking beautiful,
looking
John.
good. And then we gotta put a little hot pepper in there, otherwise it's not gonna be
I like
spicy.
the way you measure it.
Now, who did all the cooking at home?
My mom,
Oh, yeah? You do any cooking at all?
on the boat,
On the boat?
on the boat. And the children really didn't like that, because I tried to save on the amount of water we use on the ocean.
yeah.
So I only used 1 or 2 pans.
Oh.
Everything went into that. They like Mama's cooking.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to continue cooking spicy shrimp with our special guest, Travis Evans. Okay, time to put the pasta in. You like pasta, Travis?
Oh, yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
We eat a lot of pasta around. Oh, first, always put salt in the water. Otherwise pasta will not taste good if you don't have salt in there.
You know, pasta, good pasta depends upon the base that you have for it.
That's right.
We always have a seafood base for our pasta.
So what's your favorite seafood now? What do you, I mean, you just eat whatever's in season.
My favorite is fresh.
It's fresh.
Fresh, that's all that matters to
Good
me.
for you.
I like shark, I like swordfish, I like all the snappers, codfish, shrimp, the flatfish. There's 17 varieties of flatfish caught right here in our area.
We did a show on flatfish a while ago, and that was an interesting one. Sandabs keeps the bird. He has the best.
Great. Sandabs, Rexo, flounder, halibut, turbot,
Good stuff.
diamondback,
Good stuff.
plover, petrale, English.
I told you he was a fisherman. You can keep going. You're the greatest. You're terrific. Okay, Travis, this is ready. Now I do a shortcut. When I make this type of sauce, I never drain it because I want some of that pasta water to incorporate into the sauce, and it thins it down a little bit, which is what we want. I'll turn this off. And this is real easy. Now, you know, another nice thing about the shrimp, folks, and you know, this is available year-round. It's frozen, and it is absolutely delicious that way. And look at this.
Oh, beautiful.
How's that look? See that? Now we'll mix this up real good. Ho, 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 ho. Yeah, that's enough for me and Travis, guys. Sorry. I could eat a lot of pasta. We could knock this out, couldn't we?
How long do I have to wait?
Look at that. Just mix it up. Just a little bit.
Looking good.
Looking
good.
See that? Don't be shy with the shrimp, folks, because that is the best part. All right, look at this.
What an aroma.
Doesn't that smell good?
Surely.
This is going to taste very good, and I said this is spicy, and I mean spicy. Okay, I picked out these wines, folks, because this, I need something to stand up to this, because this is called assertive. This is one of my assertive dishes.
That's a California Monterey wine.
That sure is. Okay, then I'm going to put, this is sacrilegious, folks. And in Italy, they would probably shoot me. But we're not in Italy. This is California. And this is some cheese with seafood. They don't like it, but we like it. But, so here you have one dish. Okay, this is what you want to try it? There's a fork over here. Why don't you just give that a shot?
Isn't
Now
that
it's
beautiful?
spicy, I'm going to warn you.
Oh boy.
Good, huh?
Oh boy.
You need some water? No?
Oh no.
All right.
This is great.
Not too hot?
Not too hot for me.
Well, where's the pepper? I'm kidding. Okay, when we come back, I'm going to do a real fast salad. It's going to take less than 2 minutes. Okay? Travis, I'm going to make a salad so quick that it's unbelievable. Now, what I'm going to be doing is, you ever see this? This is one heck of a product. I mean, this thing is still alive. You see the root system is right here?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Now, hey, fresh fish, fresh salad. Okay. And you see, oh, you hear that? Now that's fresh. Okay, get this gone. Does that look good?
It does. The aesthetic beauty helps to appetize a little bit.
Yep, it always does. And we'll just chop that in there. And there, we're going to call this a California style seafood salad. And what I did was just grab literally any fresh thing that's around. And you like to eat corn raw?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, me too. I like it better raw than cooked. We'll put some of that in there. Here's a tomato. Look how easy this is. Good. And then we're going to put some bell pepper. Okay, these are, like I said, this is for people that are hungry and want to eat real quick and hate to wait. That's what makes this shrimp so convenient. We'll put some green onion.
If I tried that, I'd have fingers in there too.
And then we're going to put a little bit of chives. There's the chives. And then, how's it looking so far? Pretty good. Okay. And California shrimp means avocado. Okay, shrimp. Now this has a lot of omega-3, I understand, too. A lot of vitamins, minerals. Okay, look at this. Isn't this easy? Then we're going to do lemon juice. More lemon juice. Pretty simple. Look at this. Little bit of olive oil. Not a lot. Okay. And folks, when I say fast, I mean fast. Now this is good for one Italian. We're big eaters, you know. And well, I bet you can knock this out, though.
Fresh California.
I mean, look at that.
Look at that.
Okay, is that all right? Oh,
Beautiful.
let's get the avocado in there. Folks, we have this dish for you, made with this beautiful shrimp. And my real special guest, who has been an absolute delight to have you on. I want to thank you very much. Really, really been a pleasure, honestly.
Thank you.
Okay,
Good being with you.
nice man. Folks, there you have California shrimp. Can't beat it.